Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a hidden danger in the security profession, one that could literally cost you your job. This is a crucial insight from author Melvyn C. Valenzuela, and trust me, understanding it is absolutely key to surviving and thriving in your role.
Okay, let's jump right into the core idea, which honestly sounds kind of crazy at first. How can the one moment you're supposed to recharge, your break time, actually be the moment of greatest risk? It feels like a total paradox, right? But as you're about to see, in the security world, this is a very dangerous reality.
So first up, let's unpack what the source material calls the delikadong pahinga, or the dangerous rest. We really need to get to the bottom of this mystery, this hiwaga, and figure out exactly why the time that's meant for you to relax creates a perfect storm for things to go wrong, not just for the site, but for your entire career.
Now let's be clear, the risk isn't about you taking a well-deserved break. You've earned it. The real danger comes from what happens to the whole security system the second you step away. That temporary moment of weakness creates two specific and highly exploitable security gaps.
This is where it gets really interesting, because the problem splits in two. First, there's the psychological gap. That's just human nature, you know? The second you hear break time, your brain is already thinking about your food, not the security monitor. But then there's the operational gap. That's a system failure. It's that messy, rushed handover process that criminals are literally waiting to take advantage of.
And this just perfectly illustrates the painful truth of it all. When something goes wrong during one of these gaps, who gets the blame? It's almost never the bad policy or the terrible scheduling. Nope, the blame falls squarely on the security officer on duty, turning them into the easy scapegoat for a broken system.
So if you're the one who's going to be in the hot seat, how do you protect yourself? Well, it all starts with understanding that not all breaks are created equal. The source breaks them down into 4 different categories. We're going to start with the 2 most common, the one that actually gives you legal protection and the one that's basically a trap.
Okay, pay close attention to this slide because this is absolutely critical. Over on the left, you've got Category A, a real rest. You are officially relieved, your accountability is 0, and it's unpaid, which legally means you are off the clock. But on the right, you see the trap, Category B, the fake break. You're told to take a break, but it's restricted, which means you're still on duty and 100% accountable for anything that goes wrong.
So, here's the bottom line. If your break has any restrictions, like being told to eat at your post or keep your radio on, it is not legally a break. It's paid working time. The source points out this is often a cost-saving move, but it leaves you carrying all the risk without being able to give the job your full focus. It's a raw deal.
Now this brings us to the next big question. When things go sideways, is it your fault or is it the system's? This is where we have to separate the intentional, personal mistakes from the failures that are caused by just plain bad management. All right, this is where we figure out who's really at fault. Category C mistakes are what the source calls career killers. These are things you do on purpose, they are 100% your fault, and they give management a perfect, clean reason to fire you. But then you have Category D, or office blunders. This is when the system fails you. You're the victim, but you're still the one who gets the blame.
Let's be real blunt about these Category C cardinal sins. The first and absolute worst is sleeping on post. The second you do that, your vigilance drops to 0, the whole site is exposed, and there's just no excuse for it.
The next career killer is getting lost in your phone. We're talking about spending way too much time scrolling through TikTok, Facebook, or playing games when you should be actively observing your surroundings. Remember, security is about preventing stuff from happening, not just reacting after the fact.
And finally, we have post abandonment. Leaving your post for any personal reason, even for just a minute, without a proper relief, well, that's considered total negligence. You just can't give management such an easy reason to end your career. And this right here is the heartbreaking reality of this whole situation. A Category D problem, like a reliever who is always late, puts a massive amount of stress on a guard. That exhaustion can push a really good officer into making a Category C mistake, like dozing off for just a few seconds. The system created the problem, but the guard is the one who pays the price.
So after hearing about all these risks and traps, you're probably asking, okay, so how do I fight back? How do I protect myself and my job? Well, the source gives us a clear 3-step action plan it calls the 3 shields, or ang tatlong pananggalang.
Think of this as your personal survival toolkit. Number 1, you have to demand a Category A break, a real uninterrupted rest where the responsibility is officially passed to someone else. Number 2, you must avoid those Category C mistakes at all costs. Don't hand them a reason to fire you on a silver platter.
And number 3, this is the smartest thing you can do, you have to document every single Category D failure, every late reliever, every rushed handover. It all goes in the logbook.
And let's wrap this up with what might be the most empowering idea in this whole explainer. Your logbook? It's not just a notebook for writing down routine stuff. It is your legal defense, it is your silent witness, it is the proof that separates your professional actions from the system's failures.
So I'm going to leave you with this one simple question to really think about during your next shift. Knowing everything we've just talked about, take a good hard look at your break. Is it truly a moment of rest that recharges you? Or is it a trap, just waiting to be sprung?